tradition, knowledge, scientific achievements, and architecture, etc. Some of our renowned scientists of India at ancient time were Sushruta. He laid the foundation to Ayurveda and cured more than 1,120 illnesses. Acharya Kannad. He proposed Parmanu, which is also known as atom, an indestructible force of matter. Aryabhatta, he discovered zero, which has no value but adds value to our life. He also gave appropriate values to pi. Bhaskaracharya, he stated the laws of gravitation and solved problems to quadratic and cubic equations. And now, you would say, gravity was discovered by Newton, but I am stating it as Bhaskaracharya. I would like to make it clear. Bhaskaracharya discovered gravity and stated the laws of gravity in 11th century, whereas Newton discovered it in 17th century. Bhaskaracharya's achievements and discoveries were disregarded by Darshanas. And now coming to our architecture. A hill in Maharashtra has been carved to make a beautiful temple. It took them 18 years to do it. And with modern technology, it would take 25 years to do it. That was the stature of our architecture at that point of time. India was known as the golden bird of the world. It was the land of gold, diamonds, silvers, etc. Now where are gold, diamonds and silvers? They have all been dropped away by Britishers and other colonizers. They have made our nation from a wealthy nation to a developing nation. And now coming to India at present, we find that India is the 5th largest economy in the world and 4th largest military in terms of rankings. And after watching KGF movie for 5 times and getting inspired by violence, vengeance and revenge, I thought, if India was the 4th largest military in terms of rankings, then why can't we go and invade Britain? Why can't we fulfill the thrust of our revenge and rule the same way that Britain ruled us 200 years ago? Why can't we rule them for another 200 years just like they did? I thought. But there was one story which I found. I would like to narrate you that story. It was written in one of the Russian president's autobiography. He was around 21 years and was studying in a European college. He had 2 Japanese friends. One day, those 2 Japanese friends, they were writing running notes with a pencil. And suddenly, the pencil lid broke. They sharpened it again and they started writing it. Again, the pencil lid broke. They sharpened it and started writing it again. And only the pencil itself broke. They took out another pencil, started writing, and it was the same. And now, just for writing 2 to 3 pages, they took around 12 pencils. And now, the Russian president, he went to this Japanese friends and asked, why are you using these low standard quality pencils that are made in Japan? Why can't you use the same pencils which are made in Europe of the same cost? If you spend the same money, you are going to get high standard, high pencils which are made in Europe. And those 2 Japanese kids, they started crying and said, our country was totally destroyed by America during World War II. They were bombed 2 times in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Those 2 were the biggest industrialized cities in Japan. Tokyo was bombed with 70,000 tons of TNT. And now their country was totally shattered during World War. But somewhere deep down in Japanese hearts, they had anger. They had revenge to seek against America. But not in the form of violence, but in the form of development, in the form of technology. And now, by 1990 itself, after 50 years, now you see, Japan is the most developed country in the world. It is famous for its technology, and already AI, robots are being implemented in Japan. They are being implemented in Japan. And now if Japan wished, they could have reprogrammed all those robots and invade America. But they didn't. They did not invade America because seeking vengeance, you will seek destruction. Instead of seeking revenge, you should focus on development. Develop yourselves. Same applies here as well. I wanted to say to each one of you personally that there are many people in this world who mock us, who discourage us. But we have to ignore all these things. We have to develop ourselves, achieve our goals, achieve our achievements, and make sure that one day we will rise tall in this world. And then by raising your collar, go in front of them and prove that I have proved you wrong. Those words you said that on that day, I proved you wrong. That is the way of taking revenge. And India has done the same thing. Now if you see, India is the most developed country in terms of rankings of economy and military. India is far more better than Britain. And I would like to say, seeking revenge and vengeance, it leads to destruction. You can seek revenge in many ways, but not through violence and destruction. Lastly, I would like to say, let us bring back the lost glory of India. Thank you.